Soon the scenes of trouble spoken of in the prophecies of Daniel will take place. The prophecy in the 11th of Daniel has nearly reached its complete fulfillment. Much of the history that has taken place in fulfillment of this prophecy will be repeated. In the 30th verse, a power is spoken of that shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. And that's verses 31 to 36 of chapter 11 that was quoted in her writing. So she's saying these verses, what happens, will be repeated in the later verses of Daniel 11 from 40 to 45, we're presuming here. So she says scenes similar to those described in these words will take place. We see evidence that Satan is fast obtaining the control of human minds who have not the fear of God before them. Let all read and understand the prophecies of this book, for we are now entering upon the time of trouble spoken of. Daniel 12, 1-4 quoted. Okay, so Ellen White describes that Daniel 11 has nearly reached its complete fulfillment, and that what's going to happen is going to be a repetition of what's happened in the past. What's the pattern? First of all, in Daniel 11, 40b, military power by proxy, which was starting off with Clovis, the French king, and then the other kings of Europe joined in to support the papacy. Secondly, there is the abomination of desolation formed, or the union of church and state, which we just talked about. These kings of Europe supporting and fighting and doing the wishes of the papacy. Number 3, persecution of God's people. And number 4, a deadly wound in verses 40a, and the end of the king of the north in verse 45. So these 4 points are repeated. This is the essence of these verses. We have military power joining with the church and state and persecuting God's people, and then a final destruction. Now there's a resurrection after verse 36. The papacy was put into exile by General Berthier of Napoleon's army. And there was a period of exile, but in 1929, I believe, Mussolini, the Italian dictator, gave power back, and the land and estate and finances, so that the papacy could be a power again, a civil power, as well as a religious power. And that power has gained with the union with the United States of America, apostate Protestant America. And that union has become stronger and stronger. And we see here that there is a final end of the King of North in verse 45, which of course resonates with what happens in the book of Revelation, where there's the story about the whore or the city, the great city that collapses in on itself and comes to destruction. The plagues are poured out, and there is an ultimate destruction of this persecuting power. These are the events that are about to happen, and we need to get ready.